I would rather have as my third guy Austin Reeves and the things he does than Bradley Beal if my top two guys are those guys. I think that, so I do, if we were saying,
if you had Austin Reeves, switch Reeves and Beal,
I think the Suns are better.
Historically, it is very unlikely to see super successful stories from undrafted NBA players. That's not typically a thing. Unlike the NFL, where there's plenty of positions and 53 different spots, it's just hard for a player with any type of draftable talent to somehow get overlooked. Even when you look at the most successful undrafted NBA stories, they typically have a utility type of dog role. The guys that do the dirty work for the stars. The guys that might not be the most talented, but they completely buy in to that specific role. Ben Wallace might be the greatest undrafted player ever, but he was a 6'9", imposing looking center that looked mean, was tenacious, physical, and one of the greatest defensive players ever. His story, although extremely impressive, it kinda makes sense. Bruce Bowen was also undrafted, but like Ben Wallace, he really made his living on the defensive end. One of the oldest sayings in basketball, and if you played, you probably heard this before, if you really want to get burned, completely buy in to the defensive side first. That's the stuff nobody really wants to do, and every team needs that. The greatest offensive player that was undrafted in modern day history might just be Fred VanVleet, believe it or not. Even Fred got the majority of his minutes with these hustle-ass plays, and really through that 2019 finals where he just showed up huge. The following season after Kawhi left, Fred now being a champion, his role naturally grew. But even that's a 6-foot overachieving point guard that clearly has a ceiling. Nick Wright said this about the Lakers, and bro, I think it's true.
And there are so many ways to try to build a perennial contender in the NBA. You can do what Oklahoma City did, which is draft exceptionally, take your shot. Another method is what the Spurs are trying to do. Literally hit the draft lottery, get a generational talent, hope he wants to be there. There's all these smart, long-term ways to build a contender. The other way is just be the fucking Lakers.
It seems like they stumbled upon possibly the greatest undrafted offensive player in modern NBA history. And bro, I promise you, he's proven time after time after time with the proper opportunities. This isn't an exaggeration in the slightest, and I'll prove it to you. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. It's the best time of the year for hoops. March Madness here, the NBA playoffs looming, all of that. And if you want to see some of your favorite hoopers live in action, my friends over at SeatGeek has you covered. Everyone can use my promo code Swishout15 and get 15% off of your next order, whether you're new or not. Yes, it's basketball mania, but this doesn't just apply to basketball. This can be festivals, concerts, really you name it. SeatGeek literally does all the hard work for you as they grade their own tickets on a scale to 1 to 10. The greener the dots indicates you getting the best bang for your buck. The yellow, orange, red ones, you should probably consider some different seats. Also, all of their tickets are backed by their buyer's guarantee, so you can feel secure when getting your spot. Everyone can use my promo code Swishout15 and get 15% off of their next order. Take advantage of this deal right now because this is for a limited time only.
What do you like about the way he approaches the game?
I mean, this guy just scored 30 in his 4 games in 5 days. That explains everything. But he's an amazing player. For him to go undrafted is unbelievable. And, you know, it's not easy to go undrafted and then play at this level. And it's amazing just to be by his side.
Like Luka said, and I know Austin told teams not to draft him so he can go to the Lakers, but it's pretty insane that this guy, and yeah, I'm talking about this guy, went undrafted. Austin Reeves is like the epitome of when preparation meets opportunity, and man, did he burst through that door. I'm not trying to trash Westbrook, bro. I'm not. So Russ fans, please relax. But in 2023, it was really hard for Austin to display what he really can do until Russ was gone. Obviously, Russ was still on that big contract and extremely hard to move. So they had to oddly fake like he fit and force a role for him. Nobody, and I actually mean nobody, benefited more from that Russ trade. And let me show you. As soon as Russ left, Austin Reeves had the highest individual plus minus on that team. His usage percentile significantly rose, and dude literally couldn't miss. But you know what? Let me get off of Russ, because to be honest, it's way bigger than just that specific situation. Y'all remember 2 years ago, this play right here? Well, this to me feels like oddly the play that launched Austin Reeves' career. And I'm talking about the Austin we know right now. It's kind of crazy to watch now, but here's LeBron talking about his trust for Austin with his new fantastic coach, JJ Redick.
Obviously, last year in the Memphis series, AR gained a lot of trust from me, but also had trust in him to make the plays where in the fourth quarter, it just was like, AR, let's go win it for us. And I felt like if I could get AR and instill AR and that confidence in that fourth quarter to make plays and win that game, it was just going to pay dividends for the rest of my time with him and the rest of his time when I'm not with him.
Well, Bron probably gained the majority of this newfound trust in Austin from this. At the time of this play, the Lakers were the 12th seed and 3 games below 500. It was easy to think their season was absolutely done. No Bron, not even in the play-in tournament. I mean, it's cooked. But in this span without Bron, the Lakers happened to go 8-5. And to me, the majority of it was because of this undrafted dude. Bro, from the time of this play all the way up until the end of the year, Austin Reeves averaged 18. Not only did he average 18 in a 21 game sample size, that's a quarter of the season, Austin Reeves averaged the most efficient 18 out of anybody. But let's take it to this season. Yeah, people are going to complain that Dallas, they built the Lakers' future. But you know what other team built the Lakers' future as well?
I really wanted to be in LA the whole time. There was a couple situations that were close. But like I said, I really wanted to be in LA. LA feels like home to me. So that's really where I wanted to be.
Well, give us maybe 2 teams you possibly thought about going to.
Houston, before the Fred, and then San Antonio.
After Austin showed pretty much what he can do with the right opportunity, the team that had the most money to throw at Austin that following summer was San Antonio. Now, the Lakers did have the right to match any offer from any team, but most people thought Austin Reeves was gone. But after not getting said offer from San Antonio, he went back to LA on literally the best deal in basketball. Austin Reeves, he's currently the 124th highest paid player in basketball, and he's on the Lakers.
I was just made me so mad thinking 2 Texas teams have rebuilt the Lakers, the Mavericks and the Spurs. The Lakers are just headed toward the cliff with old LeBron and AD hitting his mid-30s and no real ability to rebuild. And now they're going to be really good for the next 10 years. And it's because of these 2 dumbass Texas teams. It makes me so mad.
Clearly,
and then it
the
allows
Spurs
them all
didn't think
this other stuff.
The Spurs could not have thought he was going to be this good.
But let's take it to this year and how it feels like the Lakers accidentally created a superstar. And I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. When LeBron doesn't play, Austin Reeves is quite literally a superstar. These are Austin's averages in the 8 games without LeBron. I know I'm comparing an 8-game sample to almost a full season, but the only player with these averages literally is the best player in hoops. But I promise you, it's still bigger than that. His impact is bigger than that. It's bigger than just Austin Reeves without LeBron. Austin is actually the player with the 2nd highest plus minus on that team, and damn was DFS a good trade. Austin Reeves has been absolutely diming this year, and man is it important for that team when he does. Let me show you how really significant this man is for that team, bro. Austin Reeves has 40 games with 5 or more assists. Out of anybody in the league with this many games with 5 or more assists, he's only behind the 2 point guards on the 2 best teams in win percentile. That's actually insane impact. And bro, I promise you it's even more. When Austin simply has a big game, this team just happens to win. It's a reason Denver struggled like they did to put away the Lakers G League team. And I promise you it's because of this undrafted guy. Austin Reeves, he scored 20 points or more 26 times this year, and the Lakers are 21-5 when he does. Out of anybody in basketball that scored 20 points at least 25 times this year, he's only behind 3 players on the 2 best teams in basketball. That's insane. Look at who this dude's around. Again, he went undrafted. The Lakers, they're just simply the Lakers, bro. And it feels like they strike gold randomly every single decade. If you guys like this video, if you made it this far, go follow my IG. I'm back on IG, and if you want to see me work out and support, go follow me. Also, I update you guys sometimes on there. Let me know in the comment section how exactly you feel about Austin. Dude is crazy. Turn on post notifications, follow my social media sites, do all that great stuff, guys, and until next time, as always, stay tuned.